Shut up and sit down.
Greetings, fellow travelers. Oblyx here, coming at you today from Project Ozone Lite. How y'all doing today? So last time we made this monstrosity, and today we're gonna make use of him. Yippers. We also, in the last episode, in order to get this to work, made this beastie. The Quantum Rings and Quantum Link Chamber, which bridges our AE2 network from the purple dome over to the red dome. So what I want to do today is start by setting up a crafting terminal, this guy right here, and a pattern terminal over here in the red dome. So we're just going to go right here. And we've got red cable on this side and pink cable on this side. And if I run cable here, it's going to bridge the two, and I don't want them bridged. So I'm going to put these cable anchors here, and I want to use the red ones, so I'm going to put the anchors on the pink side, like so. And realistically, I didn't need that one, but hey, whatever. I'm going to grab some more red cable and mistakenly grab an anchor instead. I'm just going to break the red cable, because we're just doing awesome. There. In fact, while I'm here, let's just go ahead and fix this one too. There. Now we're going to put our red cable in like so. See how it doesn't connect because of that anchor. And we're going to come out one block. Just like that. Now, because we're using red cable, our crafting terminal is going to light up red. And same with our pattern terminal. But still give us access to all of our goodies. So, let's go number of items. There we go. So everything's the same. And I'm going to pop some facades down, just so everything looks as it's supposed to. There we go. Now the bottom one here needs a little love. Let's see if we can sneak this up in there. Might need to take this block out. There we go. Nice. I know most people won't ever see that, but it's just one of those things. You got to do it. If you're going to do it right. So there we go. Now we can throw some patterns in here, and we can start crafting patterns. Now what we want to do is take these machines and put them in here in such a way that they work for us, that they'll do what we want them to do. So I think I will start with, let's start with these Ender IO machines. I'm going to start with the slice and splice. So we're going to bring it over here. And I'm just going to pop it down. Right there. Now the cable should not connect to it without some form of a connector, an input or an output or something like that. What we do want to do is go underneath and set the conduit to extract always. And then come back out here. And make sure he's getting power, which he is. Fantastic. And he's still got his tools. We either need to upgrade these to permanent tools or make some way to constantly feed him tools. And for that, I'm actually going to move him over one machine, I think. I'm trying to think, because I want to have an import on him. So if a tool does break, it'll automatically replace it. And to do that, I'm going to need access to the back of the machine there. which I won't have on that first slot. So yeah, we'll do that. We'll put something else here. So yeah, this will work. Alrighty, now we need to set our patterns for this guy. So let's come over here and say Z-Logic controller for one. So Solarium, Zombie Head, Redstone, and Silicon. So a couple pieces of Solarium, a Zombie Head, oops, Redstone, and some silicon. Now we're going to flip this into machine mode and just place our items in. Now you don't necessarily have to place them in this pattern. You can put them in that pattern to show, hey, give me a Z-Logic controller. But you could also, if you do this, it will work as well. Because this particular machine knows that if I use this, I'll get out a Z-Logic controller. Now, I don't think I have a Z-Logic controller in here. I don't, so I'm going to have to run over here and make one real quick. And I didn't turn on extract, so it'll stay in there, which is actually kind of handy for us. Oops, wrong one, up here. So if I say, put in these things, you'll get that out and encode it. And then drop it in there. Well, it helps if I drop the pattern and not the actual Z-Logic controller. Good grief. All right, now come over here. Now we do open the door. Now we do want to turn on that extract always. Now that's going to extract it down into this chest, and we need to put an import on that chest. So let's do that real quick. Good, still opens. And I'm going to put some acceleration cards in here. We need 4 of them. That way it imports as quickly as it possibly can. So let's give this a go. If I say Z-Logic and I say craft me 5, go. There we go. Machine's all lit up. And it is chugging away. Nice. So very shortly we'll have 5 Z-Logic controllers. There's our 5th one. And they should all be in our system. So there's our 5 plus the one we made before. Awesome. Easy peasy. Now we need to think, okay, what else does a sag mill produce? Not a sag mill. What am I thinking? Slice and splice. So I can use it for zombie electrodes, Z-Logics, tortured Enderman. Ender Resonator. We do use these fairly regularly. And, of course, the skeletal contractor. So So let's go ahead and do one of these Ender resonators. So Solarium, Ender Head, Vibrant, and Silicon. So there's our Vibrant. There's our Ender Head. Make sure we grab the right one. There's our Silicon. And what was it? Solarium? Solarium, yep. So grab a couple of that. Where am I going? All right, so two of those, one of those. Ooh, almost made a mistake. One of those. Will get you a Ender resonator. Now we just need one to cook up. May have to grab it out of our system. We will. It caught it too fast. There it is. So we pop that there, encode it, and now our system knows how to make Ender resonators. Just pop that in there. Good to go. So nice. So we can wash, rinse, and repeat that for every one of these machines. So the recipes we just made call for Solarium. So this would be a great time to put this guy in place and show the system how to make Solarium. So if we look at Solarium, it is just cooking up soul, sand, and gold. Now I think we actually have a plant for that, if I remember, and if we do, we really don't need to do that. Yeah, so we're good. I don't know if there's anything else we use that for, to be honest with you, but we're going to go ahead and set it there anyway. So let me get all these machines lined up, and then I'm going to show you some fancy tricks you can do with stuff like these guys and these guys. But let me start getting stuff moved over, and I'll bring you back. All right, got all the machines moved over and cleaned out this side of the base. Still have a little bit of power cable there. I want to start here with the compressor, and remember this guy takes carbon and turns him into carbon ingots for us. There is a kicker with this guy. We do have to do an adjustment because if we put carbon in there, it will pull it out down here. So we need to put in a filter, and let's grab a piece of carbon. And we'll put that in, we want to blacklist carbon. So if we put our 2 carbon in there now, it should just give us a carbon ingot. Boop, done. And suck it back into the system because we are allowing it to. So now let's teach the system how to do this. So 2 carbon, or raw carbon, will equal 1 carbon ingot. So we're going to come over here, get on our pattern terminal here, make sure it's in the processing mode for machine processing. We're going to say 2 carbon equal 1 carbon ingot, and encode. Then we're just going to drop that into there. Now we can come over here and say, hey, yeah, I know we have 68, but give me 10 more. So it says, okay, I need 20 carbon, and there we go. It's just producing its little heart out. Nice. So we got our resonator here. We know that makes stone burnt. Let's see if we have any in there. Sky stone. Do I not have any stone burnt? Not seeing any, but that's okay. So stone burnt is just polished stone in a resonator. Polished stone is, well, a bit of a trick. We're going to have to teach the system how to make the stone bricks, and we're going to have to teach it how to make smooth stone. So smooth stone's easy. We can get rid of this. And that. And let's teach it that 1 cobble equals 1 smooth stone. And we'll put that way down here in our smeltery. So now it knows if I put a cobblestone in here, I'll get a smooth stone out. And we want to run over here because the stone brick doesn't go in a machine, it goes into a crafter. It's something you can do in a crafting table. So we want to teach it how to make stone brick. So we'll encode that. And then we want to teach it how to make polished stone. So then stone brick goes into polished stone. And we'll pop those in here. Now we can zip back over to the red dome. And let's get a polished stone. Oh, already had a whole bunch. Oops. Alright, so let's burn a stone. Now that went into the system, so we can pull it out. And grab another, oops, spell it right, polished, man. Polished, good grief. Alright, if we put a polished stone in, we get a stone burnt out and encode. So you notice we're using a bunch of different mods here. We've got passwords things here. This machine's from passwords things. This machine's from extra utilities. These are Ender IO. Thermal expansion. Mechanism, it doesn't matter, it can use them all. So just those interfaces let it know, hey, push those in. Let's test our stone burnt, and let's say give me 10, and there we go, cooking away. Nice. So we're going to wash, rinse, and repeat for all these basic machines, but I'm going to show you some of these more advanced machines, like this guy, and these guys. These guys need fluid, remember. We got to fill up with fluid to do these. And this guy requires XP, and this is actually capturing mobs. These are mob spawners. So let me show you those. But give me just a minute to set up a couple things. All right, for our mob spawners here, we're simply going to tell the machine that if we put a soul vial in the machine, it will get out a mob. So this one gets out Enderman, and this gets out witches. So we're just going to teach it that. So I've gone ahead and captured 2 mobs, 1 in each soul vial. We're going to come up here. We're going to say soul vial. Clear that out. And tell the machine, hey, if you put a soul vial in this machine, you're going to get out an evolved Enderman. It does have to be the right kind of Enderman. Okay, that if you put regular Enderman, but the spawner is set to capture evolved Enderman, then it's going to look for evolved Enderman. If you put the wrong one in, it's not going to be happy. So this is our Enderman spawner. We want to get our evolved Enderman in there. It is an involved Enderman spawner, I should say. This is our witch spawner, so we'll pop that in. Now we can teach this, the system knows that if we want an Ender, and I think I have to do soul vial. Oh, no, there it is. If I want an evolved Enderman, it knows how to do it. Nice. And I don't think it'll pull it out. I don't think I have it set to pull out yet. I need to go do that. So I probably should just run along here and set all these to pull out. This can be actually none because we don't pull out from that. Now, what do we do with these mobs once we have them? You know, we've taught it how to make the mob. So there it goes. There's our soul vial Enderman. So the system now knows how to do that. But now we want to get it over here in a soul binder with whatever to make whatever it is we need to make. Now, more often than not, let's go back over here to our crafter. Oh, by the way, singularities. Yeah, we made 64. And a few. I think we're probably good. I think we can go ahead and take this guy out. And I think we can go ahead and put this guy back in. What do you think? Oh, these back guys. Oh, they did turn back on. Yeah. So it was a limitation of the singularity. Or this guy, the matter condenser. Alright, we'll just throw those in there. So now, back to our soul binder here. We know that we use those to make crystals. So we want to make these guys, the Ender crystal. So we need a vibrant crystal and an Enderman. So does our system know how to make vibrant crystals? It does. Fantastic. So now we just need to teach it that. If I take one of these, and I'm going to go ahead and craft one, and I'm going to pull it out, and I'm going to take one of our Endermen, of which we have 2. I'm going to come up here and I'm going to say, if you put in this and this, then you're going to get out. I need to leave that in there. I need to actually go make one. So put those in. The XP is going to flow because this dimensional transceiver is hooked up to our mob farm over here. So all the XP that the mob farm is collecting is being pushed to this dimensional transceiver right here. It's receiving on the channel XP. It's pushing that down into this experience obelisk. The experience obelisk, you can see, is pushing it into this soul binder. So you see it made the item. So let's come back over here. And it's not, oh, it is Ender. Where's my crystal? There it is. So we've already set the first part of the recipe. Now we just tell it what it makes and encode. Nice. Now if I come over here and put that on top of the soul binder, And if I go ahead and get out the Enderman that's in our system, so right now there's no Enderman in our system, and I tell it, hey, let's go ahead and make a, get over here so we can see both those machines right there. I want it to make an Ender crystal. There it is. I say go ahead and make one. You'll see the mob spawner kick on, produce an Enderman. And that's going to throw it into the soul binder, and you see the soul binder kick on and produce the Ender crystal. So now if we look in our inventory, Ender crystal. Awesome. So working like a champ. So that's kind of an advanced setup. Now let's take a look at these guys, because these guys need fluids. Now I could just pop a drum right back behind them here and feed that into, feed it into the drum, or feed the drum into the machine, which is what we had going on over here. But I think I want to step it up a notch. I think I want to make dimensional transceivers and put them in the cow farm. Now I don't think we have, nope, we don't, an autocraft for dimensional transceivers. So let's go over and do that. Now that we've taught the machines how to make the complicated bits, the Ender crystals and whatnots, we should be able to make, it knows how to make this, it knows how to make this and this. It doesn't know how to make this yet. Let's go ahead and teach it that. That's going to be fairly easy. It's just fuse quartz, which is 4 quartz, well, 4, 8, 12 quartz will get you 3 fused glass. So there we go. Set that to machine mode, and we say 12 quartz get you 3 glass. Encode that. Let's run that over to our Red Dome real quick. It's really important you get all the little steps. If you miss a step, your machine's just going to be sitting there. So here's our alloy smelter. So we're going to pop that right there. So he knows now how to make the fused quartz in the event he needs to. Back to the purple dome. And let's verify that he does know, in fact, know how to make capacitors. So if I just go to craftable and I do capacitor, he does know how to make the capacitor. So fantastic. So that should be everything. He knows how to make this, 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 and we're farming this. So he should be good all the way around. Encode it. Carry it over here, pop it in. And then if I go dimensional, and I want, oops, 4 of these guys. To show all the bits and bobs it needs. There should be nothing red because it should know how to craft everything we need to craft. We say go, and a whole bunch of stuff just kicked off. Depending on how much stuff we already had in our system. We had quite a bit in our system already, so there's our 4. Done. Nice. So I'll keep you with me while I set up the cow farm. Normally I go off camera and do this, but for those that want to see how it's done, I'll show you. And what we need is this jellied cryothium, which is right there, and the destabilized redstone, which is right there. So I want to put, I really want to go right there. All right, well, we're going to go right there, and we're going to go right there. How about that? We're going to tell this guy to send on gelid. Probably spelled wrong, don't care. And we're going to send on that channel. And we got to give it some power, so we're going to get it received from Oblyx mains. And this guy needs some power. Oblyx mains, so we'll receive, and we're going to send on destabilized redstone. And we're going to send. So, sending gelid cryothium, receiving Oblyx mains. Receiving Oblyx mains, sending destabilized redstone. Fantastic. Now we just got to cable these guys up. Conduity. Just need two. And we're going to turn this one off. And set this one to extract always. And set this one to in. And then do the same thing here. So turn this side off. Turn him to insert. And him to extract always. And I did add the demonically gargantuan drums on these just because we use a ton of this stuff. So wanted to have a good amount sitting there and holding just in case. So now we have full access to those fluids in the overworld. So if we go to the red dome, and we're going to put our other two-dimensional transceivers in here. You guys bear with me if I still sound funny. The allergies are still kicking my tail here. So we want to go the second and third machine over. Alright, so the second and third. So we'll fire him up on receive Oblyx mains. And we want this guy to be the destabilized redstone. So we're going to say receive destabilized redstone. Now he's technically getting power from him. So he doesn't need power. If I could give him power, but if I do, there's a power loss of 10 RF for every dimensional transceiver. So the fact that these guys are touching saves me 10 RF. This guy is going to get gelid cryothium, and he's going to receive that. So he's getting destabilized redstone, he's getting gelid cryothium. Now I want to come under here and put some conduit again. And there you go. Nice. So he's going to be extract always, insert. He's going to be extract always and insert. So if we look at this guy, set him to the back. He's still pulling from the top. Now he's also pulling from the back. There we go. And then this guy is the same thing. Nice. And pushing to the bottom. And we want auto input enabled, auto output enabled. So now we just have to teach the system what to do with these things. It's got the fluid. It's ready to go. So what we're going to teach it to make are the cryo-stabilized flux ducts, because we use these all over the place. So we need to teach it how to make this, which means we need to teach it how to make the glass and the electrum and the resonant flux duct. Then we need to teach it how to make the signalum flux duct. Then we need to teach it how to make the redstone energy flux duct. which is another machine. Then we need to teach it how to make this guy, which is electrum and glass again. So there's kind of a bit of a rabbit hole, but that's okay. So we're going to use this guy to make the glass, and he should be, I believe it is 4 obsidian. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let me forget, we need to teach it how to make pulverized obsidian too. And I prefer to use copper, because you don't use copper too much for anything else, at least not in this pack anyway. So yeah, it's... Do I have to crush the copper? I don't remember having to crush the copper. That's for mana infused glass. I don't want to make mana infused glass. Yeah. 4 and 1. So if I just show it copper glass, come up here, clean that out, say 4 obsidian, 1 copper, get you 1 copper glass out of this machine over here. This one right there. And let's go ahead and test that. So we got 11, what was it, 1123? Yeah, 1123. We'll just make 10. And we should see this guy kicking up. He is. And I did not set him to pull out. Need to go do that. Got through all the Ender IO stuff. I didn't get down over here into these guys. There we go. Nice. And now we're up to 1143, so awesome. Now let's teach it how to crush obsidian. Now for that, I prefer to use the sag mill because it's much faster. It's pretty darn quick, and 1 will get you 4. We are going to have to teach it how to make dark steel balls and put them in here. So let's get some, well, we got an obsidian right there. And 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 will get you 4. Now, if I remember right, it can actually get you more than 4, but I don't think it ever gets you less than 4. It's important. If you go more, that's fine, but if you go less, that's a problem. Because the machine will sit there and wait. Let's make sure that guy, yeah, see, he does 4. So with the dark steel ball, he gets 4. So that's good. That way our machine will know. And yeah, we're good. Yeah, if I had, like, say the first time I put it in, I had gotten 5, and I encoded the machine to 5. When it only does 4, the machine's going to sit there waiting for that extra 1, and it's never going to come, so it's never going to release the crafter to do something else. So now it 100% knows how to make obsidian and glass. You, from the obsidian, make the glass. Now we need to teach it electrum. an electrum is silver and gold, but it's dust. So let's get a little bit of silver and a little bit of gold. I'm pretty sure you just can't put these in directly. We're going to try it just to make sure. We're also going to see how fast it is, because if it's too slow, we might be able to use our alloy smelter over there. So that wasn't bad. It did too, pretty quick. Let's see about this guy. I don't know. I think that was quicker. At the end of the day, I don't guess it really matters. We'll probably go ahead and put it in here just so it stays mod specific. Well, actually, this guy's making the glass. So if we move that over here, the electron production over here, we can use both machines at the same time. Ah, see, thinking. So we'll get 2 electrum. And we want 2 of those and 2 of those. So 2 silver, 2 gold, get you 2 electrum. And we'll pop that right there in our alloy smelter. And it is set to alloy mode, not furnace mode. So now it knows how to make electrum. So this won't be a problem. We got to teach it how to make the resonant. Actually, we haven't taught it yet how to make this. So let's actually do that up here. Oh, I actually have to make one to use. Oh, wait, nope. Oh, dang it. Because this is a regular crafting recipe, I need to make sure I switched over to the regular crafting table. Now, we still got to show it how to do this. We need to teach it this one. This is a regular crafting recipe as well. Ah, see, but we're missing stuff, so it won't let us do it. If we go over here to the main, or to the purple dome, we can use our other machine that will let us do it. So this guy will let us make it, even though we don't have these in our inventory. So this is where it starts to get a little confusing. You want to make sure you're not going too deep. So this is the one we need now. Signalum. This is a machine. This is not. So let's get all these non-machine ones out of the way. Get them popped in here. So just going to fly around popping them in. There we go. Now we can go back on over to the red dome and do the machine ones. Well, let's come to this side. And we're going to have to make some of this. Kind of remind ourselves what it looks like. Okay, so now we need to take some of that. If we put one of those in the machine with the destabilized redstone, we get one of these out. So if I do flux, we just made some, so let's grab one. Actually, let's grab 2. Go back to machine mode. We'll put one of these in here, because if we put one in our machine, we will get one out. There's our redstone. Pop it in, and it comes out the other side. Let's go ahead and get him out by typing in flux. And which one is he? I think it's the redstone energy. Is that right? This is what I mean. I get confused. It's like all these things sound alike. Yeah, redstone energy flux duct. That's the right one. So we'll teach the system that one of those in that machine, one of these, get you one of these. And we pop that in the interface on the top of the machine, like so. Now we can teach it. It knows how to make all the rest of this, so now we just need to teach it that an empty cryostabilized flux duct in the machine with the gelid cryothium will get you a full one. So let's craft an empty one. Did that very quickly. Go up to our terminal here, pattern terminal. We'll pop the empty one in here. We are on machine mode. And I think we already have some in here that are full. Oops. There's a full one. So an empty one in that machine will get you a full one. And come over here. That's our gelid cryothium. Boom. Nice. Now pop those in. We have totally, to my recollection, taught it how to make these. So if I want 100 more of those, it says okay. And then if we come around the side over here, we see machines cranking up and doing work. It had enough of these already. It didn't need to craft any more of the smaller ones, so it's just making the bigger ones. But there you go. So off camera, I'm going to keep setting these guys up. You know, that's the most of the complex ones. We'll look more at the mechanism stuff probably next time, because while these are easy, these are a bit more complicated. These guys, these infusing factories, and I'm going to make several of them. So, but I do think that that is all of the time I got for today. But as always, I sure do appreciate you guys coming to hang out with me as we set up our auto crafting for machines. And until next time, get out there and make some noise. See ya.